All right, you ready to dive into something a little different today? We're going to be dissecting this article, The Scalpel Death, A Doctor and a Pocket Knife, and it's by Stephen Pinkwart.
Sounds a bit morbid.
Well, yeah, kind of. It's more about using some unconventional tools to make your stories, really impactful.
Oh, okay, like metaphorically. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So picture this, okay? You're laying there, you're on the operating table, it's the middle of the night,
Mm-hmm.
and the surgeon's ready to, do the thing.
Uh-huh.
But then, oh, no, there's no scalpel.
Oh, no! What happened?
Well, this is where it gets a little crazy. The doctor pulls out a pocket knife, like a regular rusty pocket knife.
Hold on, is this for real? A pocket knife?
Yeah, that's what Pinkwart says anyway. And he uses this whole scenario to, teach us about writing.
Okay, how does that even work? A pocket knife and writing?
So get this, the doctor, right? He's the writer. The pocket knife, that's their writing tool. And the patient, well, that's the audience, the reader, whoever you're trying to reach with your story.
I mean, it's a pretty out there comparison.
Right, but stick with me. So what if, instead of just being a tool, the pocket knife actually had a voice, a personality?
A little talking pocket knife. That's kind of funny.
Exactly. Pinkwart talks about giving the knife different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could be sarcastic. Imagine just going, oh, you need me to be sterile. Yeah, right. I was just prying open a paint can yesterday.
Okay, so this is definitely about using humor, right?
For sure. And playing with these unexpected perspectives.
Uh-huh.
Like, it could also be all melancholy and stuff. I never wanted to be a hero, but hey, somebody's got to save the day.
I guess that could be kind of interesting, putting a new spin on things, right?
Exactly. And Pinkwart even goes a step further. He brings in a butterfly, watching the whole surgery go down, just observing everything.
A butterfly? Where does that fit in?
Well, he uses it to symbolize a different perspective, like on life and time, this butterfly just floating above all the chaos.
Okay, so what's the point of the butterfly exactly?
Well, it's about showing that there are multiple ways to look at things, even something as intense as surgery. The butterfly represents this beauty, this fleetingness of life, compared to the whole, cold, sterile operating room.
I see. Yeah, I see. I'm starting to get it now.
Yeah. So all these crazy ideas, they're really just meant to, spark our creativity, make us think outside the box when we're writing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm curious to hear more about how we can actually put these ideas into practice.
Well, don't worry. We're just getting started. We'll unpack all of that and even get into Pinkwart's book, Poetry Master Poesycraft in 7 Tagen.
Okay, sounds good. I'm ready to hear more about this pocket knife and its literary potential.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so we've got this pocket knife, right? This rusty little tool turned literary hero. How do we make it, come to life on the page?
Well, first things first. We got to get a personality. And Pinkwart, he said, just go for it. Don't hold back.
So, what? Give it a name. A backstory.
Sure. Why not? Make it relatable. Give it some quirks.
I'm not sure. A pocket knife with an attitude. Huh.
Exactly. Pinkwart suggests playing with different approaches. Make it sarcastic, like it's seen it all. Or maybe it's got a touch of melancholy, like I was destined for greatness, but here I am, stuck opening Spam cans.
I don't know. A sad pocket knife.
Think about it. It's been through so much, cutting twine, whittling wood, maybe even surviving a camping trip or two. It's got stories to tell.
Okay, I see what you mean. It could work. But how do we make sure the pocket knife doesn't take over the whole story?
It's all about balance. You got to weave it in, make it part of the narrative, but not the whole show.
Yeah.
Like, let it chime in with some witty commentary or observations, but don't let it steal the spotlight.
I guess that makes sense. It's like finding that sweet spot, right? Where it adds to the story without being too distracting.
Exactly. And remember, the pocket knife is just a tool.
Right.
Like a metaphor. The real magic comes from your imagination, from how you use it to tell the story.
Right. The imagination. That's where I sometimes get stuck,
Well, that's where Pinkwart's book comes in. Poetry Master, it's called. He gives you all these tools and techniques to, get those creative juices flowing.
Like a jump start for the brain.
Exactly. He helps you break free from those conventional ways of thinking and really push the boundaries of storytelling.
Okay, that sounds pretty helpful, actually. I'm always up for trying new things.
And that's what Pinkwart is all about, encouraging you to experiment, to find your own voice.
All right. I'm starting to get on board with this whole pocket knife idea. Maybe I can even learn a thing or two from it.
That's the spirit. You never know where inspiration might strike. All right, so we spent a lot of time with the pocket knife, right? But what about the butterfly? Doesn't it deserve a little more attention?
Yeah, I guess so. But do we really need to drag the poor thing into the operating room again?
Well, not literally. But remember, Pinkwort uses the butterfly to represent something bigger, like a different way of looking at the world.
Okay, but how do we make that, interesting for the reader? It can't just be some butterfly, like, philosophizing about life and stuff.
Well, think about it. What if the butterfly is like, I don't know, a wise old sage observing everything from above? It could offer these little nuggets of wisdom, these insights that, add another layer to the story.
A butterfly guru, huh? Interesting. But how do we actually make that work in a story? It sounds kind of, well, abstract.
Maybe that's the point. It's about pushing those boundaries, right?
Hmm.
Like Pinkwort suggests making the butterfly and the pocket knife like foils for each other. The pocket knife all grounded and practical, and then the butterfly, this free spirit, all about the bigger picture.
Okay, I see where you're going with this, but how do we keep it from getting too, I don't know, heady? Most readers, they want a story, not a philosophy lecture.
Right. But who says you can't have both? It's all about how you weave those elements together.
Yeah.
The butterfly could offer these little reflections, these moments of pause that make the reader think about things in a new way.
Yeah, okay. I'm starting to see how it could work. It's all about finding those connections, right? Making it all flow together.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of writing. It's all about experimentation, about taking these seemingly random ideas and forging them into something new, something unique.
All right. You've convinced me. I'm ready to give this whole butterfly pocket knife duo a try. Who knows? Maybe they'll even become bestsellers.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for more inspiration, more of these kind of out-of-the-box ideas, definitely check out Pinkwort's book, Poetry Master. It's a gold mine of creative prompts and exercises.
Yeah, good idea. Maybe I can learn to channel my inner butterfly or something.
Hey, you never know. And to all of you listening out there, we hope this deep dive has, sparked some ideas, maybe even challenged you to look at your own writing in a new light.
And remember, sometimes the best stories come from the most unexpected places. So keep your eyes open, your minds open, and don't be afraid to experiment.
Exactly. All right, that's it for today's deep dive. We'll hit you next time. Until then, keep writing, keep creating, and keep those imaginations running wild.
Say creative, Stefan.